Little hands, shoeless feet, lonely eyes looking back at me. Will we leave behind the innocent to grieve?
Like, how did it start?
Well, we were basically Christians who had been sitting on the pew for a long time and hearing the message, love your neighbor as yourself, and we realized that, we don't even know our neighbors. So we were blessed that we got a house right here in the neighborhood, and some really rough stuff had taken place in the house, and it had a reputation. And we came in and just kind of gutted it. We were, of course, very afraid at first. We would park across the street at the Circle A and just kind of spy and watch the activity going on. It was scary. But then we started sitting on the porch, and when the kids would let out of school, because this school was open at the time, and then LeBlanc is right down the road also. So when they would let out of school, they would all come right through the yard. So we'd sit on the porch every day, and that's how it got started. Our main goals here. One is building community. We do that by starting at the Hope House, and we just invite all our neighbors, get to know everybody, and there are some needs that arise there, and we meet those needs in order to establish a relationship. And then our second goal is to empower those in need, and it's a hard word to grasp and to really get your head around, but basically it's whoever you're helping needs to be part of the solution. And so in everything that we do, we try to make opportunities for them to be involved. The third goal that we have here is mobilizing the compassionate, which is we want to be a place where other Christians can come learn to love their neighbors, because it is scary at first, but once you come in and you kind of take a tour of the place, you meet the people, it's just not so scary anymore. They're now your neighbors. It's not us and them, it becomes a we.
What got you started in Widows?
Well, I love old people.
Who doesn't love a good old person? Why do you think it's important to reach out to the widows?
Well, I think God wants us to. That's in the Bible, that we're supposed to take care of them, and especially ones that don't have family close by. We have one little lady that's 92 and has no children. She never had children. Her husband's been dead 15 years, and no family in town, and she needs somebody. And if the church, that's her family. That should be her family.
Alright, so talk a little bit about Abraham's Tent.
Abraham's Tent is a non-profit soup kitchen in North Lake Charles. Its main purpose is to serve meals to homeless and low income families.
Started going to Abraham's Tent.
When I was about 17 or 18, me and a friend of mine started going on our own. Just kind of like to see what it was like, because we'd heard about it, went a few times, and Tim kind of started asking questions about where we'd been going, and then
just like you see services, just kind of like not just, just come in the background, just actually just enacting just what God has for you. And what opportunities do other people have to serve in Abraham's Tent?
I feel like a lot more than they think. Everybody can always donate clothes. Everybody can always donate food, perishable, non-perishable. They pretty much take it all because they get a lot of help from the city, so they're real open with that. But during the meal hours, that's when the people that need that help are there. And beside giving them tangible things that they may need, I feel like one of the biggest ways of service that we miss sometimes is just that relational aspect, is going and talking to somebody about their lives and smiling, just being human to each other.
Because I think sometimes we get caught up with talking at people, not talking to people, and they can tell. I mean, it's about the relationship, because no person's better than another one, and I really like that.
It took me a long time to be confident in my service being to glorify God. A couple of times I caught myself doing it because I thought it was an obligation, or doing it because I knew that I wanted to help, and it took a lot of days and just humble prayer. I think that's the most precious thing that I've learned just over these past few years going there, is that we don't always have to have an organized project, and we don't always have to have a big event.
I think one aspect that's really lost is service should not be about a feeling or a feel-good moment, but service is an action.
We will not